What did the Air Marshal want, Charles?
Please. Very difficult with these goggles on. Don't get up, darling. You'd better remain seated for the news I have for you. Oh, it's not good, I'm afraid.
I knew it. An overseas posting.
Yes. I'm afraid it is, Amanda.
Not.
Yes, Amanda. It's as we feared, my pet. The Isle of Wight. It seems, my darling, that the Empire has need of a futile gesture at this stage in the war. And I've been selected.
Who asked for you?
Oh, Mr. Churchill, no less, my pet. He says he doesn't know for how long.
Oh, darling Charles.
Oh, I know, Amanda. I know. Oh, I know. I know it means empty days and lonely nights. But remember, old thing, it's for England.
For England. Will it ever be the same, Charles? Afterwards, I mean. Will we ever walk together down an English lane?
Oh, steady, old girl, steady.
Darling, I have some news for you.
Yes, Amanda.
I wasn't going to tell you until I was absolutely sure.
Yes, Amanda.
I'm going to have...
Yes.
I'm going to have...
Yes, darling. Shouldn't you be lying down?
I was going to say I'm going to have next door's cat the week after next. Whilst they're away on holiday.
Well, Amanda, darling, this is it. This is goodbye, or is it au revoir?
Oh, Charles.
Oh, Amanda.
Charles.
Amanda.
Oh, Charles.
Oh, Amanda. I don't know when I'll see you again, Amanda.
Whenever spring breaks through again, I suppose. I won't come to the station with you. I can't bear to see you leave.
Goodbye, Amanda.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Sergeant shouting now. I must go. Your ever-loving daughter, Elsie.
I wonder who's kissing her now.
What's it to you?
I wonder who's teaching her how.
Mind your own business.
I wonder who's looking into her eyes, breathing sighs, telling lies. I wonder if she's got a boy, the one who once filled me with joy.
What he says.
I wonder if she ever tells him of me.
Oh, it's your Coco.
I wonder who's kissing her now.
Sing it with me.
Yes.
I say, Geoffrey, there's your script turned up after all these years. How are you, old boy?
I'm all right, Humphrey.
Jolly.
How are you?
Jolly good show. I like you in the club, don't you? In the military and naval club here.
There's nowhere quite like it, you know.
Only one thing we haven't got in the club here tonight.
What's that?
That's the radio. I do like to hear the radio sometimes, don't you?
Oh, yes. You mean the wireless?
The wireless. I keep forgetting the
Yes, it's
old
the
word for it. Yes, the
yes.
wireless. Of course,
well,
you know.
Humphrey,
Yes, Geoffrey.
I don't know how the war is going.
They do need some leaders, though. Not like it was
well,
in my
I think
day.
they need some leadership.
Did I ever tell you about the time when there was a crashing sound from off stage? Did I ever tell you about the time in the 1418 war when we were cut off by the enemy?
Cut off by the enemy, Humphrey?
Yes, indeed. Look at that. Amazing, isn't it?
The wireless.
Yes. Almost magic. We were cut off by the enemy, you see, and there we were. Our lines of communication
Where was this,
were
Humphrey?
in Belgium in the 1418 war.
Gallipoli.
Lines were cut off. Yes, the tanks were gone. All kinds of things were happening. The doctor died. The water was all gone. It was a very nasty moment, I tell you, old boy. I suppose you had quite a soft war in the Navy, did you?
But what happened then?
Well,
Did you just lose? Did you
well,
lose
no.
war?
I sent a message.
Humphrey?
No, I sent a message, a communication to the Commercial Union Insurance. And they sent a message back saying that I wasn't to make a drama out of a crisis.
I see. And then what happened, Humphrey?
Well, I just got on my jolly old horse and I said, come on, boys, let's show 'em what we're made of. British steel, and off we went. And do you know what, Geoffrey?
What happened, Humphrey?
Well, the blighters made a run for it. Wasn't that marvellous?
Well, I never.
Page 2.
I say, Humphrey,
What's that, Geoffrey?
I would like a cup of coffee, Humphrey.
Would be nice. Jones?
It would.
Jones, coffee, please. Good fellow. Put it on the table, will you? Oh, the Admiral likes his with sugar.
Thank you, Jones.
Has a sweet tooth, you know, Jones.
Yes, I think I'll take those. Thank you.
Yes. Would that be enough for you, Geoffrey?
I think
Just a
that
box
will.
full? Jolly good. Thank you very much, Jones. There's a good fellow.
Of course, there's rationing, you know.
Yes, I know. One has to take things easily these days, don't you?
Oh, yeah, sugar's short, you know.
Is it true what I hear, Geoffrey?
What's that?
You're down to 18 lumps per cup now?
Yes, that's quite right, Humphrey.
Oh, jolly good. Cutting it down again.
I say, Humphrey.
Yes?
That story you told about when you were in the desert, that was a very thrilling story.
Yes. I suppose you had a quiet war in the Navy, did
Oh,
you?
no, Humphrey. Oh,
What?
no, Humphrey.
What happened to you, Geoffrey?
Well, once, Humphrey,
Yes, Geoffrey?
I was on a boat, a large boat.
Yes?
Actually, it was an aircraft carrier.
Oh, I think we've only got a battleship back there.
Oh.
And I was in the South China Seas,
Oh, yes.
just off Iceland.
Yes.
And, the ship went down, you know. Actually, a captain is supposed to go down with his ship. Did you know that?
Oh, I see.
Well, I thought that was rather foolish, because I thought, well, he's a good fellow. He ought not just to go down.
No.
So, when I was going down for the third time, do you know what happened, Geoffrey?
Do tell me, Geoffrey.
Oh, I'm sorry, yes. Do
Getting
you
a
know
bit-
what happened, Humphrey?
You're getting a bit confused in your old age,
Yes,
Opa.
it's the sugar in the tea, you
Yes,
know.
yes.
Well, actually, Humphrey, what happened was I jumped off.
Off?
Yes, I jumped off, and as I was just surfacing in the
Yes,
sea,
yes.
do you know what happened?
I can't wait.
Humphrey? Well, there was a dinghy going past,
A dinghy?
and there was a fella called Coggins on board.
Coggins?
Coggins. And Coggins saluted me, of course, because he was just a naval rating.
Like
And
Mr.
he said to me, I say there, sir, could I give you a lift?
Yes,
So I climbed aboard his boat,
yes.
and the two of us sailed off on the Atlantic.
I see.
But, you know, Humphrey,
Tell me, Geoffrey.
Humphrey, we hadn't been going very long before we were out of water.
Really? Out of water?
Yes,
Well, not out of water.
yes. And do you know there were some sharks there?
Sharks? Tropical waters, was it?
Tropical waters.
I see.
And that wasn't all. The sun was high, burning in the sky.
Oh, it can be terrible, the sun.
The only food we had was some old fish, and we'd eaten all the fish.
Oh, go on.
I said, I realized then, Humphrey,
Yes,
you
Geoffrey?
see, that the end was near.
Oh,
So, Humphrey, I
Yes.
said to Goggins,
yes.
Goggins, I said, because this was, I said to Goggins, Humphrey,
Yes, you said that.
I said, Goggins,
Yes?
this is the first time I have ever actually mixed with the lower class like yourself.
Oh,
But I said to him, Goggins, I said,
yes.
it has been a privilege.
Yes, it would have been. Geoffrey,
What's that, Humphrey?
I don't believe a word of it. I say, where's that Jones fellow? Jones?
Could we have the wireless on, Jones? The wireless, yes, I'd like to hear the
What's
wireless.
What's on, Geoffrey?
Well, I think I heard Mr. Churchill was coming on the
Oh, I
wireless.
see, Mr. Churchill.
And I do like to hear Mr. Churchill on the wireless.
I see. Have another lump of sugar, Geoffrey.
Yes, I think I will, Humphrey.
Good fellow, Churchill. Are we all right, Jones?
Yes,
Jolly.
I think so.
Ah, good. Just warming up.
This is just going up and down like a yo-yo.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Ah.
Mr. Churchill.
Is it turned on, Jones?
Turned on, sir, yes.
Is it plugged in? Ah, you see, that's the trouble. Need a new accumulator in your battery. That's what you
Right.
need.
Mr. Churchill.
Mr. Churchill? I'm sure I can hear his voice. Give it a thump, Jones. Have you thumped it, Jones? Well, might as well be made of cardboard, these wirelesses, I think. All the good they do. What do you think, Geoffrey?
I think it wants a shilling in the slot.
Oh, give it a lump of sugar. It might be like a horse.
Sail on, O ship of
Ah,
state. Sail on, O Union, strong and great. Humanity, with all its fears, with all the hopes of future years, is hanging breathless on thy fate. What is the answer that I shall give in your name to this great man, the thrice chosen head of a nation of 130 million? Here is the answer which I will give to President Roosevelt. Put your confidence in us. Give us your faith and your blessing, and under Providence, all will be well. We shall not fail or falter. We shall not weaken or tire. Neither the sudden shock of battle nor the long-drawn trials of vigilance and exertion will wear us down. Give us the tools, and we will finish the job.
Here, here.
Here.
Stirring words, Geoffrey.
Humphrey, I think you and I could go to war. Give us the tools. We are the tools.
That's what he said, and we'll finish the job.
Well, let's finish the job, shall we?
Let's go and do our bit for the country.
You two are going nowhere except back to the hospital, to your bed.
Oh, I say.
Hello. Remember me? Brigadier General Archibald Ferguson Brine. With an E. You've got it. Absolutely rock on there, eh? You'll see me after. Well, there we are. We've covered a lot of grind this evening. You know, those folks, those young fellow-me lads who I sent off to Powys at the beginning of the war, they all made good in Ensa. All became well-known people, well-known personalities. Most of them took on new stage names and they regrouped, they got into their pairs and their threes and so on, and became very famous people. And some of them are going to come back in now and, well, treat you to a little bit of what they became famous for. You think back, to those days of the wireless. You remember how you used to sit on those dark evenings when you weren't allowed to go out, weren't allowed to have your lights on, and you'd turn on the radio and you'd listen to, well, what would you listen to? Itmar? Yes. Happy Drome? Yes. Workers' Playtime? Eh? Dick Barton? Yes. Bandwagon? Arthur Askey? Stinker Murdoch? Eh? Gracie Fields? Joy Webb? Yes, I caught you out. Yes, that's right. Well, do you remember not Frank Boff, Peter Bruff, and Archie Andrews? Well, they're here for you tonight. Give them a welcome.
Sit up, Archie.
Hello, Mr. Bruff.
Hello, Archie. How are you?
Not very well, Mr. Bruff.
Well, did you have a bad day at your new school?
I didn't like it, Mr. Bruff.
Why not, Archie?
Didn't like it, Mr. Bruff.
What? Why not, Archie? You are a naughty boy. Put your cap on there. Everybody will see the wood on the top. Why did you not have a good first day at school, Archie?
I didn't know where to sit, Mr. Bruff.
Well, what did your teacher say?
My teacher said, sit there for the present. And I sat there all day, and he never gave me a present.
Never mind, Archie. You'll soon settle down at school, but it's time you went to bed now. You've got a busy day ahead.
Okay, Mr. Bruff.
Say good night, Archie.
Good night, Archie.
No. Archie, you say good night to everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Come on, Archie. Time for bed. Yes, it was.
Well, there we are, Peter Bruff and Archie Andrews. Wasn't there a lot of helpful advice during those war years from the radio doctor? You remember listening to him? All kinds of other folk too. Do you remember this voice? Oh, you're going to see his face as well. It's Rob Wilton.
The day war broke out, my missus, she said to me, "You've done what?" She said, "I've joined the Home Guard." Well, what have you done that for?" she says. "Well, we're going to fight Hitler," I said. Oh, she's thick, my missus, you know. She says, "Well, are you going to fight him by yourself?" I said, "No, of course I'm not. There's Harry Blenkinsop from the post office, and there's Bill Butchers from the bakers. Well, there's several of us, in fact, quite a few going to fight Hitler." Well, she said, "What are you going to fight him with? Broom handles?" No, I said, "We're not going to fight him with broom handles. We just practice with broom handles. We haven't got any guns yet, you see. We just practice with broom handles." And then she said to me, but how many Germans will you kill with broom handles?" No, we're not going to fight with it. We're just pretending. We don't get the guns until Mrs. Jones has seen the vicar. Now, my missus, she looked a bit puzzled at that, you see.